Hi there, Janet from Emerald Gypsy Arts, and I have a glue book challenge for you today. It's a very quick, fun thing to do for 10, 15, 20 minutes in an afternoon, and it gives you a challenge. It challenges us to create something interesting out of what we might not have picked. So here's the challenge. Today I'm going to work in my magazine glue book that you guys have seen a bunch of times, one of my favorite ones, and I picked 2 magazines out of the pile of magazines. This is 1990 for Pete's sake, and 95. Oh my goodness. My neighbors save me magazines and bring boxes over. So I chose 2 out of the box of magazines. Choose however many you want and whatever books you want or whatever. But you have to choose 4 pages, 2 from each book. And you can't look the way that I do it. See, it's not marked or anything on this side. So the way that I do it is I just sort of thumb through and I pick a page, and if I can grab hold of it, then I will take that page out, and then I'll go through and do it again. I usually stop at 4 pages because to me 4 is a challenge. Any more and you've got what you need for, wow, that's a dead one. Any more and you've got what you need for a whole glue page, glue book page, So the same with country sampler. I turn it sideways and I thumb through until I feel like a page that might work for me. Oh, which page do I choose? This one seems to be the chosen one. Ooh, a door. I like doors. And then we'll turn it around and we'll do a... And on this challenge, you're allowed to write words on the page, even though most of the time, at least for me, I don't do writing on my glue book pages. It's more just all glued in pictures or slogans. But because we're taking a random sampling of magazine pages, then what we end up having is to try and mosh stuff together and make it work somehow. So sometimes a few words of inspiration or a holiday or something like that. And all right, I need to find an open page, which is not going to be easy. Goodness gracious, I didn't realize I had gotten this much done in this book. All right, we'll do here. Alright, so I'm only going to do a 1 page because I don't think I have enough cool material to do 2 pages. But let's see what we're going to take from here. Can we squish 2 of those in? I think we can, but we're going to take the butter churn. And I'll use part of that typed page for a background. Which one was that? There we go. Can you see the comic? And this is where I keep all my homemade old-fashioned food recipes in the computer. That's true. A lot of our kitchens are like that. I like that. That I'll use. I don't know about other people, but I kind of miss my grandmother's recipe box. I know that sounds old-fashioned and kind of silly and so on, but I do. I miss her. I used to thumb through the recipe box when I was real little, pretending like I knew what I was doing or knew what I was looking for. And of course I didn't. I didn't at all, but it's just like when I used to be allowed to go through my mom's jewelry box. Grandma's recipe box was the same kind of thing. It was a special moment for me that I was allowed to touch those special cards. Some of them had some stains on them. Some of them had some wrinkles in them and stuff spilled on them. You could almost smell the meals that they were creating, you know. You could almost smell it. Geez, I want this whole picture. Are we allowed to just paste down a... You know what? If I do a 2-page spread, I am. So I actually could get away with pasting this down as one of the pages and then do something over here. It's supposed to be quick, Janet. Come on, you promised these people quick. I'm going to take this title, maybe the whole thing there. Yep, and some of these are so cute. Oh my goodness. Some of them are so cute. The Lone Ranger, man, that... I'm too young to remember hearing it on radio or anything, but I do remember my cousins and stuff talking about the Lone Ranger and things like that. Okay, so a quick page here. I promised you guys a quick little challenge. So here we go. This is going to be a quick little GlueBook page that's going to mean something come hell or high water. We are going to make it mean something, right, folks? It's going to mean something. Random 4 pages. And oh my goodness, it's a fun thing to do, though. I really, really love doing these. Especially if I sort of can't find something I want to focus on, or I'm not being jazzed by a topic I'm seeing. It's that kind of satisfaction. Where's my card here? I need an old credit card, because that's the secret. That is the secret to getting wrinkleless collage, decoupage, glue books, and so on. So as long as you can get the first bit brought down really smoothly, here I'm throwing pictures around, really smoothly, then you're probably good to go on the rest of it. Don't think I need any wax paper. I've glued these 2 pages together already. Depending on the page and so on, I sometimes glue 2 of my magazine pages together because it makes them sturdier. Some magazine paper is just really flimsy. Really, really brutally flimsy. So I avoid that by gluing 2 pages together, and then I can just paste everything down and not worry about it. And again, scrape, scrape, scrape. That takes you away from the vast majority of wrinkles, although we have some right there. Isn't that a son of a gun? Right there. Okay, that should be good. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Nope, this magazine has been worked in too much. And the pages of magazines that are your like absolute favorites that you love working in, because we work in them so much and so diligently, they end up wrinkling the page under them and things like that. So there are times when no amount of pushing or burnishing is going to do any good at all, and you simply have to wait until it dries and see if it shrinks a little bit, because sometimes it does. Shrinks a little bit, and oh, I like that page there. My goodness, I like that. How did I get glue on the other side? I don't know, but I always do. I mean, there are some of us who are just so kind of messy in a way. You know, some of us. Some artists on YouTube, they're so neat and tidy and everything is... I mean, even their paint box looks clean. I'm a bit OCD myself, but my art stuff is, it's for the most part tidy, but I have some messy spots that are just ridiculous. Way more for a kid coming home from kindergarten than a grown woman. Okay, so I was saving this border for the outside border of this page, so we'll just lay that right down here. Yes, okay. Yep. So this challenge, which is turning into a little bit longer one than I thought it would, is actually quite fun if you're like waiting for an appointment, you know, because we do so many calls now that are appointments instead of going out and stuff. But if you're looking for something really quick to do in one of your glue books, this is an awful lot of fun. And you know what it also does, because sometimes I would feel bad about, you know, tossing out or recycling the rest of a magazine where I really didn't want the stuff that was showing or had any desire to keep it. You know what I mean? So it helped me to use up pages in magazines I otherwise wouldn't have used up. When you pull a page that has random stuff on it, you know. Wax paper, in my opinion, is an artist's best friend. Artist, crafter, whatever we're calling us. This to me is, wax paper is invaluable. Okay. So on this page we have a choice to carry on this sort of old-fashioned home look. This I'm going to put on this lower corner, and I love tearing stuff. It just, to me, gives it a weathered look, a yesteryear's look. It's really weird when yesteryear's stuff suddenly starts becoming the toys you used to play with as a kid. That's kind of brain-boggling in a way. Kind of. Excuse the lighting. I ended up grabbing one of those ring lights, and it's wonderful, but I can't get it close enough to my desk to actually sit over it. And any magazine paper like this, you can see the light. Well, see? Clear as bell. The ring just sits right over the magazine. And I'm making a mess of this video. Look at that. Come on, Janet. Smarten up. Okay, so we're back to quick. Alright, so this is an old children's play thing. The Lone Ranger play set, etc. So we're going to put that right up there. It's funny now, there are some people even you know, discussing the fact that there was no like female Lone Rangers and stuff. I don't know, I think some of it is getting kind of crazy. That's just a personal opinion, but you know, I don't remember any female G.I. Joes either. And I used to love playing with our neighbors. I mean, we went to school together all through elementary school and stuff, and we played G.I. Joes, we played soldiers, we played cowboys and Indians. I mean, granted, you know, political appropriateness now, but I don't know, it seems like now there has to be a female for every male, you know, character in the past, and that's just not really the way it works. I understand. I mean, heck, my generation marched for equality for women and so on, yeah, so I get it. But what I don't get is the idea that, like, why not invent new superhero women, which some are. I mean, that's happening too, but, you know, don't rely on the old stuff like the Lone Ranger, for Pete's sakes. But I gotta say, anybody that's a Doctor Who fan she's doing a marvelous job, and now she's leaving, you know. Now she's leaving. Okay. What was my third page? My third page had a few things, but I want some old weathered. How do I weather the page underneath? Without actually weathering it. Alright, so we'll cut out the brooms as well. That's what I get for going for a 2-page spread. I should have been satisfied with a 1-page spread, but no. I had to go for a 2-page spread. Sorry, this can be a little longer than I thought, folks. And I need some battered pages to put on the background. Some battered pages. That's an idea. Can I batter up the pages? Can we do any glue effects or aging effect or anything like that? Shite, I'll dunk it in my coffee. Does that count as against GlueBook procedure? Well, not really. I still have lots to cover. Where was that other picture? Yeah, when the clothes that you wore to high school are now called vintage, like what do you do with that, right? What do you do with that? You take it in stride, I guess. These Reminisce magazines, though, are amazing. God, they're full of some really cool stuff. Really cool. And for me, although people, lots and lots of people have said to me, oh, doing glue books is the easiest kind of project you can do. Well, I tend to disagree. Yeah, many of us do journal pages and add other things and multimedia collage and things like that. Yes, I understand that, but putting together things in a creative way, there's nothing easy or hard about something. It is what it is, and when we choose to focus on it, it becomes something we, you know, center on, and it becomes something that comes from us. Okay, whatever happened to, so we'll put that there. And we'll put these two. I should never have cut them out from each other. That's what I get for not placing my page first. Now I had a piece of border, another piece of an interesting looking border, and now I won't be able to find it, of course, but it was a really cool looking piece of border. Okay, so I'll put that one here and that one here and that there and this and this, and I need one more thing off of this page. We're going to add part of the cartoon. That's what we're going to do, because I happen to like the cartoon. It goes with the whole theme of whatever happened to. What do you think? I hope, you know, if you do a challenge like this, you post it if you have a YouTube channel, because this is fun. I've really enjoyed this. Even though it's a little bit kind of panicky sort of thing, you know, just based on the fact that, well, partly I'm trying not to make it a super long video for you. All right. The butter churn needs to be next to the Here we go. Oh, 20 minutes already. Geez, folks, I'm sorry. Those of you that have made it to this far, thank you so much for hanging in there. To see my nonsense GlueBook challenge for you. Just a bunch of old-fashioned pictures. I'm sorry now I didn't choose something from the food magazine I have, the one food magazine. And this is going to overlap just because. There you go. And there is an interesting mishmash of images that I chose literally at random to make a GlueBook page. Now, I don't know if you are thinking about taking the challenge, but this was actually a lot of fun. 4 pages, however many magazines, and it doesn't even have to be a 2-page spread. I really should have kept it to 1, but I love this whole image here of going into the house, you know, and having the old-fashioned stuff there. It was kind of fun, including the cartoon. So have some fun, enjoy your GlueBook, and by all means post a comment and a link if you do the GlueBook challenge. Take care.